Morning. It's a lovely day. Just walking off to work. But just wanted to have a little bit of a moan this morning about another example of just complete lack of common sense. So, the other morning, I was coming out of the gym, heading home. Now, my gym is in like a industrial sort of / retail park, and you come out of like the gym car park, you go up the road, and there's a roundabout. If you go straight over the roundabout, it leads you to the other end of this like retail park. Left takes you down into like a couple of businesses, and right takes you up to the main road, to the dual carriageway, right? Now, there was someone walking along the path. Now, I'll try and describe this the best I can. So she's walking along the path, and she's on the phone. She's walking along the path down towards the gym, but she's on the other side of the roundabout, right? So, following the highway code, I'm going up the road and I'm on the left-hand side. She is coming in my direction, and she is also on the left-hand side. She's on the pavement, right? Now, roundabouts are round. If you're on a pavement and you walk up to a roundabout, it doesn't have like a sharp sort of 90-degree angle. You generally find in most cases pavements will curve around and follow like the circular shape of the roundabout. So she was coming along the path. If she follows the path round, it will lead around to the left, and she can go in that direction, or if she's going straight across, the path would curl round a little bit, and she would then cross. She would cross to the other side of the road, and then the road would curve around again around the roundabout for her to go straight over the roundabout, down the road to the gym. Good times, right? No. So this woman is walking along the path, and this is the thing, she's on her phone. Fine, she's on a phone call. It's what you do with a phone. That's predominantly what they're for. And she's not looking, she doesn't look in any direction, and she just goes completely like off the path and just walks straight over the roundabout. Now, because she walks straight over, she kind of joins the roundabout literally at the point where if I was in a car and I was going left, just as I come to the bit where I would sort of come off the straight bit, she was right there. So spending a bit longer on the roundabout than you need to if you're a pedestrian, right? And she's literally just walked straight across, doesn't look left or right. Now, you can kind of go, okay, that's not really much to moan about. It is. I'm moaning about it. Because that roundabout, because it is the nearest one to the gym, is quite busy. There's lots of people coming in from the main road to go to the gym. Obviously, at that time of the morning, it was about 7:10. You've got lots of people coming out. So that roundabout's quite busy. I certainly wouldn't walk across it without looking at what was going on around me, because, yeah, you're going to get hit by a car. So I think it's a bit of a moan about a lack of common sense there, because I know obviously, like, you know, pedestrians crossing the road have rights and things like that. That's fair enough, and it's a roundabout. Cars aren't going to be going too fast. But the thing that pumped my nads was just the fact that she just had, because I could see her walking along, and obviously I was coming to the roundabout and I was slowing down, and because I was indicating to go right around the roundabout, she was going to be sort of kind of, I was going to possibly have to slow down because she was going to cross the road. Now, the car in front of me, he was already going around the roundabout, so he had to put his brakes on, and she didn't even acknowledge that it stopped. Like any decent person, not an absolute fucking moron, would at least turn and wave to say thank you. Thank you for not running me over because I walked into the road without looking. No, she didn't even acknowledge that the guy had stopped. And I think there's probably another thing that I will probably have a moan about at some point, is this main character syndrome that seems to be ingrained into human society nowadays. Now, I get that you are the main character in your own life, and if you watch Love Island, you know you've got to back yourself 100% and all that jazz. But what I don't agree with is when a person's main character syndrome impacts strangers. That, I think, is something that is just not on. Because obviously there'd have been uproar if he had hit this woman, but I would have quite happily stood up as a witness and said, yeah, she walked into the road without looking because she was too busy chatting on her phone. It's just don't understand where. And she was a grown woman, she was an adult. I don't understand where or how people have kind of grown up going, yeah, I can just walk in the road, it's only a road, cars will stop for me, I don't give a shit. Absolutely pisses me off. And it's just not what you need at that time in the morning when you're coming out of the gym and you've got to go home and get ready for work and whatnot. Just people acting like absolute lemons for no reason whatsoever. So yeah, I hope she pulled a muscle at the gym. Anyway, let me know what you think. Is that a needless moan, or am I in the right having a bit of a moan about that because she was being an absolute dick? Let me know.